Hello and welcome to another EG Recap. I'm Jack Lindsay, and today's episode is dedicated to comments that I liked from the last recap. From Agent 005, Steam almost killed piracy in the West. 10 years later, and publishers are hell-bent on undoing all of that progress. Why are game publishers so adamant on ignoring what their customers actually want? Rhetorical question, but cool point. I did not realize that Steam had almost killed piracy, but it makes sense. This was also the top comment from last recap with 45 likes. Something Awesome says, I love your voice. It's so calm and soothing. Yeah, I keep getting comments like that. I've been told that all my life by people, and they often come to me when they are uncalm. Here's another one. Bad Cheetah says, Jack lulls me to sleep tonight. Soothing. Mr. Cheetah, for that kind of lulls, you want to spell it L-U-L-L-S? But I'm glad to be able to do that. Sometimes if I'm uneasy or I'm having trouble sleeping, I like to put a voice on. And if you guys want to use my videos to help get you some rest, I would be honored. Superman says, keep it up, handsome Jack. Why, thank you. I will. And I can't seem to find the comment that made me want to do this in the first place. Somebody asked me if I had a favorite food, specifically a breakfast food. I think that's probably a reference to Sid Alpha, in which case it means, do I have some sort of ongoing joke or kind of a theme, gimmick, something like that? I do not. No food jokes, no disturbingly suggestive cartoon animals. I'm just Jack. That suits me fine. I do love food though, I love to cook. Here's some chicken and dumplings I cooked the other day. Not sure I could think of a favorite food. The more I eat a food, the less I want it, at least for a while. I like cilantro and lime together in dishes. I think that's a really good pairing. I love garlic, onion, and ginger together as aromatics. I like salt and sweet together, salted caramel, or bitter and sweet. I hate junk food. I hate processed food. I hate fast food. I cook all my meals and I use whole ingredients. Breakfast is usually 3 hard-boiled eggs and oatmeal and fruit. You can leave rolled oats or steel-cut oats in a mason jar overnight with some water or milk, some fruit, other mixings. In the morning, it'll be soft and ready to eat. You just gotta heat it up. That and some hard-boiled eggs, you got a fast, convenient, healthy breakfast every morning. Hopefully that answers your question that I can't find anymore, whoever originally left it. But let's move on to the 3 stories I have for you today. Up first, Disco Elysium launches this October. Then, the Vision prototype receives a 9-minute trailer. And last, Pennywise plagues Raccoon City in this new Resident Evil 2 mod. In our first story by Mr. Irwin, Disco Elysium launches this October. A city holding on by a thread, the crumbling metropolis of Revachol needs a hero. I think it's Revachol. Could be Revachol. It needs the swift hand of justice to restore balance. That's where you come in, potentially. Disco Elysium, the upcoming RPG developed and published by ZAUM, has gotten a new trailer and a new release date. In just a few weeks, players will be able to be a beacon of hope or another corrupt face in a decimated place. Disco Elysium allows players to investigate a wide variety of cases, from major cases as part of the story to several side cases. Each of them are fleshed out in a variety of ways that allow players to solve them their way. Disco Elysium takes place in a city that has a little bit more trouble than the urban sprawls we're used to. From the imagery, it's clear that the city is somewhere between destitution and extinction for its inhabitants, who are just trying to live their day-to-day lives. The developers have gone through a breakdown of the features of the game and how it sets itself apart from other detective-based games that have come and gone over the years. Let's go through these features. Unprecedented freedom of choice. Intimidate, sweet talk, resort to violence, write poetry, sing karaoke, dance like a beast, or solve the meaning of life. Disco Elysium is the most faithful representation of desktop role-playing ever attempted in video games. Countless tools for role-playing. Mix and match from 24 wildly different skills, develop a personal style with 80 clothes items. Oh, literal style. Wield 14 tools from guns to flashlights to a boombox, or pour yourself a cocktail of 6 different psychoactive substances. Develop your character even further with 60 wild thoughts to think, with the detective's thought cabinet. A revolutionary dialogue system with unforgettable characters. The world is alive with real people, not extras. Play them against each other, try to help them, or fall hopelessly in love. Don't do that. I would not recommend that. Disco Elysium's revolutionary dialogue system lets you do almost anything. Carve your unique path across the city. Explore, manipulate, collect, tear, or become a millionaire in an open world unlike anything you've seen before. The city of Revachol is yours for the taking, one small piece at a time, from the streets to the beaches and beyond. Hard-boiled, hardcore. Death, sex, taxes, and disco, nothing is off the table. Revachol is a real place with real challenges. solve a massive murder investigation, or relax and kick back with sprawling side cases. The detective decides, the citizens abide. Disco Elysium will be launching on October 15th, 2019, and will be available on PC via both Steam and GOG. You can follow the developer on social media from a variety of places through their Discord, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ZAUM has given gamers the tools to interact with each other and the developers. Are you going to be taking a trip to Revocol when Disco Elysium launches next month? We've got the links to all those social media in the article below, and it does sound like a pretty interesting game. Unique, I would say, within the context of its genre. Next article, same author. The Vision prototype receives 9-minute trailer. Think of a major personal goal you have, and how much time, money, and effort you have to invest into it. Okay. You've probably thought of a home project, assembling the ultimate game collection, or maybe you thought about making a game yourself. None of those. If you thought of the last option, then this is a motivational story for you. Justin Darlington has been pursuing that passion, and after 4 years, he's ready to show off the state of his one-man-made game, The Vision. Over the course of a trailer a little over 9 minutes, Justin shows off a prototype of his game developed with Unreal Engine 4, and even as a demonstration of concept, it's mind-bending. You see, The Vision is a game all about time travel and multiverse adventures. On the player's travels, they'll have to survive using resources allocated to that time and place. As mentioned, the game is currently only in the prototype phase, with many things being placeholders right now, but the setup shown looks incredibly ambitious. Justin Darlington issued a statement along with the launch of this footage, and it's too big to put on screen. Welcome to The Vision. The Vision is a passion project. I've been working on the current version of The Vision for about 4.2 years now and love every second of it. It has always been a dream of mine to create a free and ever-changing open-world video game. The opportunity to enter the fourth dimension has never been greater. Although limited, multiverse and space travel will make the world feel more alive like never before seen in any video game. Your survival skills will be put to the test. You'll be given the ultimate ability to travel to any unlimited period in time on Earth, or in deep space. You'll need to gather resources and knowledge about your world to survive. Finding shelter will be a crucial element in your survival in the Vision's massive open world. If you like the concept, please like, share, comment, and subscribe as more videos will be coming soon. Developer videos along with free Unreal Engine 4 content will also be coming soon. End quote. The Vision still has a long way to go, but it's definitely something Mr. Irwin says he's going to be keeping his eyes on. The Vision wants to be seen, and the people are watching. Time will tell if we're looking at the next big thing or not. The Vision has a Patreon page if you're interested in supporting the project, as well as social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all of which are linked below. What do you think of the concept of The Vision? Do you have your own ideas for a unique gaming experience? Yeah, you know what? That's what I want to know. You ever wanted to make a game? Pitch it to me in the comments below, succinctly. That'll be a fun read. Our third and final article, by Mr. Irwin yet again, Pennywise plagues Raccoon City in this new Resident Evil 2 mod. I've never been afraid of clowns, says Mr. Irwin, with one exception, Pennywise. From the book to the silver screen, Pennywise the Dancing Clown has been a horror staple since first seen in It by Stephen King in 1986. I've got a link to the original book in this article, and I recommend you check it out. Also, I was born in 1986. The homicidal killer clown, a shapeshifter that preys on people's worst nightmares, is a horror monster that's been bringing screams to audiences around the world for a few decades now. But now he's taking a break from terrorizing the town of Derry, Maine, and setting his sights on the American Midwest, a little town in Colorado called Raccoon City. I never knew Raccoon City was in Colorado. This terrifying new mod for the Resident Evil 2 remake from modder Marcos RC reskins Mr. X as the killer clown, and honestly, it's a pretty well done reskin. Mr. X is already an intimidating foe as he stalks Leon and Claire relentlessly through the Raccoon City Police Department, the ominous footsteps heard far off as he zeroes in on your location. Now we're replacing a 9-foot-tall mass of muscle in a trench coat and fedora with a clown that creeps around corners and comes after you when he notices you. Even just watching the video above got Mr. Irwin's blood racing, royalty-free clown music aside, as the player alternates between trying to run and fight Pennywise through the police station. The lighting really lends itself to how menacing the reskin is, and at a distance he's absolutely terrifying. It holds up well under most situations, only showing room for improvement once he's grabbed the character, where you can notice the flaws in the reskin from the texture to the face itself. The good news is, if you're close enough to notice these flaws, it's because he's holding you up and crushing your skull in his grip. So make sure you keep running to experience the full fear of this mod. If you like the mod work of Marcos RC, you can follow him on his YouTube channel and Twitter, linked in the article below. Have you used any mods for the Resident Evil 2 remake to tailor it to your own gaming experience? Perhaps you've used the one that turns Mr. X into Thomas the Tank Engine. Or after reporting earlier this year by Jack Lindsay, your game has Claire Redfield now running around in her birthday suit? Yeah, we've got that linked in the article below 002. Personally, Mr. Irwin keeps it vanilla with the RE2 remake. He feels it's perfect as is, but he's curious to see and hear about what others have done. I think in the mod I wrote about back in the day, they only had her topless, but there's new ones that are completely naked now. Some people prefer just topless. Who am I to judge? Speaking of which, I want to check out this footage. I've had it playing in the background while you guys have been listening, but that typically happens after I record the audio, so let's take a look at it. I guess that's kind of creepy. You know, I got a silly little scary clown video for you guys. I'm gonna link it in the description if you're into scary clowns. Let's go over the news articles I couldn't cover but are waiting for you on the website. We've got Overwatch introduces LEGO Bastion and LEGO event. Ghost Recon Breakpoint has beta date and time announced. Flying Girl Striker lands on Switch this month. Earthfall Alien Horde coming to Nintendo Switch. Microsoft adds new games to Xbox Pass. And Stalker Online comes to Steam this fall. If any of those sound interesting, just click on over to the site. And that'll about do it for today's EG Recap. Don't forget that without your likes, comments, subscribes, and shares, the channel will not grow and I will be very sad. Until next time.